YouTube. How y'all doing today, man? Today, I want to talk about when you should start dating again. Because in 2024 society, we have a lot of people of all age groups that don't know when you should start dating. I feel like my generation, the generation before me, pretty much probably the whole fucking United States is under the impression that when one thing don't go right, you can just jump to the next one. Cause shit, I've only had about 3 girlfriends. I know people that have 4 of them. I wasn't even really dating like that. No judgment to anybody else, but there's people out there who get into attachments, flings, situationships, sneaky links, whatever you want to call it. And although they are not in love, they are giving this person a specific energy, mimicking that of love, and it gets all confusing. So we're going to try to break those two things down the best way I can, because I'm only 24 and I don't have the full book of life. I don't know the ins and outs to all this stuff, you feel me? I'm just here figuring this shit out along with y'all half the time. So I don't have all the answers, but I can help you try to get some. When relationships end, a lot of times it ends badly. And so we're going to speak in the aspects of when should you try dating again when you've got out of a bad relationship or you just dealt with somebody for a long time. So assuming you didn't carry on any trauma, then everything in dating should probably be fine. But if you was dealing with a narcissist or, just tiring, you're dealing with someone that's not reciprocating energy, you just took on a lot of hurt, it's best that you heal your heart first and find who you are as a person. Because finding who you are as a person, or even creating who you are as a person, can help you identify what it is that you want in a relationship and how far the relationship can go. Healing is the first step in anything, because if you don't heal, if you just put this stuff on a back burner, you smoke your way out of it, you find any way to heal your heart, when you get in a relationship with someone else, you're going to do the same thing. And a lot of times when you feel like, if you're dealing with a person that is the aggressor and the narcissist and the self-centered person in the situation, and whatever you want to call maybe a toxic individual, fall back, gang. Don't allow what is being done to you to transform you into a person, because in my experience, when I tried to adjust who I was to match the energy of the person I'm dealing with, I ended up becoming a person that this person did not like. I started being given this person a reason to now have a problem with me. So when the situation boiled down to the end, now this person has things to have in combat against of what I'm bringing to their attention, and that's room for conflict. So now it's imperative that you heal your heart and you truly heal and you forgive. You got to forgive every day. You don't forgive a situation one time. You got to forgive that shit every single time it comes to your mind, because if you don't, you're just going to bury that shit. And when the next person come through in your life and they start triggering you, you're not even going to realize why they triggering you, because you're just going to be triggered. Sometimes you're able to be like, oh, my ex or such and such did this to me and this is why I'm reacting this way. A lot of times people don't even realize why they're being triggered, because they never healed from any past trauma. You have to heal from past traumas, because if you don't heal from past traumas, all you're going to do is reflect. And a lot of times when you're now getting triggered by a certain thing, when you finally do come to the realization of what it is you're being triggered by, now it has another double-edged effect. Now you're sitting here looking at the person that's currently trying with you, and they're not even realizing they're triggering you. They're just doing this shit without even the knowledge of what you have been through if you had not told them. So now you're going to be looking at them as if they're just like your ex. And in your head, you're thinking, oh my God, the cycle is going to repeat. So now this is when you get to a point of when you start building red flags on a person. And I feel like building red flags is not good at all. You shouldn't build red flags. You should take into account of when a person is not doing what it is required of them or adhering to your warnings about them crossing boundaries that you spoke about. But as far as collecting red flags, no. So that's where people go wrong, when they don't heal properly and they just start dating and our cycle continues. That's why they say hurt people hurt people. Like I said, I'm only 24. So I don't have no definitive answers, but you should start dating again when you also have patience. When you have the patience to invest your energy fully into someone else. Because here's the thing. Yes, you may have been hurt. Yes, you may have completely kept meeting shitbag men. But at the same time, when you meet someone new, this person deserves your 100%. Especially if y'all have both in a goal in mind of longevity, dating, and marriage, this person deserves your 100%. This person deserves your soft love. You don't have to give it to them right away, but you don't have to come off hard, sheltered, and guarded because of what somebody else did. That's not right. Now, we can enter dating two ways, right? We can enter dating where we both have no baggage, or we can enter it where one person has baggage and the other person probably does not have baggage, which is in a rare situation, which is rare in a situation of two people not having baggage. If somebody has baggage. When you're dating people, fuck it. Everybody has baggage. And you don't have to help someone carry it, but you don't have the right to make it harder on someone else either. You get what I'm saying? So now when you're dealing with people and you're understanding their baggage, you have to have the patience to want to deal with this baggage, help them overcome that, be able to explain the baggage that you deal with, and also be able to help them help you. A lot of times we want things from people and we just want people to know, and not really understanding that we are young and we do not know. Our parents didn't even know. So if our parents didn't know, who the fuck is out here teaching us? I know everything I know within reading, trying, going through a lot of situations, but there's people that's in my exact situation and they had the opposite effect. So not everybody is going to understand these lessons. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, the world is the way it is. And I feel like I can't say if it's a balance or not, but I just know the world is the way it is. And not everybody is going to get it. But for you, if you're watching this and you understand what I'm saying, just hear me out. Don't argue with me. Don't be finding anything negative in what I say. Just hear me out, because a lot of times we have to step outside of our regular view and glance elsewhere. You get what I'm saying? We have to paint the picture some type of way. Me and you can look at something different, but the way we paint it is different. The way we interpret it is different. And it doesn't mean that you painted it wrong and interpreted it wrong. It doesn't mean the same for me. We can look at the same thing and perceive it different. We need humility. Humility, that's the next step. I feel like you should start dating again when you have humility. When you have humility and you're able to not understand someone else's perspective or walk of life, but at least respect it enough. If you respect it enough, you could come to a point in comprehension and understanding this perspective. And the same thing for you. You will want someone to understand that this is where you come from and you are the way you are. A lot of women, they want a soft lifestyle and they want a man to break them into that soft lifestyle and break their walls down. That is cool. But that doesn't just mean be the iron wall and expect this nigga to have the equipment and the technique to get through this wall. Sometimes you gotta help him. Apply the pressure too so you can help him break these walls. You get what I'm saying? Help us. Men, take accountability, because y'all are wrong, bro. You have to have enough humility, respect, and sometimes get away from the logical view so you can feel where your girl coming from. Because if you're able to feel where your girl coming from, it'll better help you with a more logical response. Because you're trying to give logical response. You're trying to give logical responses to someone that's strictly thinking about her feelings right now. You can't do that. So you have to think about her feelings and then tailor that off a more logical response. That's the only way you got to do. So you got to be able to comprehend and break this down to her. There's a lot of things I can say when you should start dating, and those are be reasons that I'm just thinking about off the head. But it ain't got to be like that. You feel me? Just date when you're ready, not when you think you're ready. Date when you're ready. Right now, that's not gonna make sense to you, because if it don't make sense to you, you're not ready. But in your heart, you'll know it's ready. You won't be trying to convince yourself that you're ready. When you're ready to give your all to someone, you go.
Shit, you ain't never pissed nobody. You ain't never been on a drug. drill, sit outside till the sun come up, cause you ain't see nobody. You ain't never seen a nigga head lean over to the side, cause he just got hit in his noggin. Fuck niggas stop all the nuns.